What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video we're focusing on the World Rugby Rankings that were released early in the week, obviously after, well, actually released a little bit longer than that, after the international rugby games that we've seen from the Six Nations and a few other games that we might have not seen. So in this video we're giving an update on the results. We've obviously seen Six Nations team move up and down a bit, ever so slightly, little bit to change in the top 10. But if we go further down the line, we see a few other teams really showing up and giving it a go and showing a lot of heart and talent with respect to these teams. But there is a question I have, and I'll get to that when I get to that team. And it's definitely proving a point of how rugby is developing. But if we look at the Rugby World Rankings, we look at South Africa at number 1, obviously after winning the Rugby World Cup, giving them that extra boost momentum in the tournament when they beat England in an unforgettable contest. They are sitting on 94.19 points and are glued to number 1 position. Followed is New Zealand, who are on 92.11 points, so they're 2 below South Africa. Then we've got England, who is on 87.80. Obviously, they beat Ireland. They could get ever so closer to that All Black position. Will they get number 3 by the end of number 2 by the end of the Six Nations? I don't quite think so. But hey, anything is possible. Wales are sitting at number 4. Sorry, Ireland follow England at number 4. Ireland have recently overtaken Wales. They're sitting at 85.36 points, followed by Wales, who dropped down from 4th to 5th on 84.28 points. Wales beat France, England beat Ireland. We'll see that reverse back, and we'll see Wales taking 4th and Ireland back to 5th. But obviously, Ireland beat England. We might see at the end of the tournament Ireland going to 3rd place, which will be a good boost. The scary thing is, if we look back, and I'm going back to the top 5 because these are the ones who've been up and down to last year. I mean, number 5 is Wales. We've seen Wales at number 1. We've seen Ireland at number 1. We've seen New Zealand at number 1. We've seen now South Africa at number 1. I don't think England's been number 1. I think they've been number 2. But it's been incredible how these rankings are just really chopped and changed over the past year. I mean, if we look at the start of last year, South Africa was 6th or 7th, and now they're number 1. Just shows the power of beating these higher teams, and that's how the strength of these rankings go. If like Wales play Russia, doesn't do much favor for them because obviously they're playing a lower grade ranking team, so the points don't shoot up. However, Wales playing Ireland definitely changes things up a bit and gives them the opportunity, hence why Wales have dropped and Ireland have won after their contest in the Six Nations. Number 6, we've got France, who are now there, and they are on 82.57 points. Australia, who stay at 7, 81.90 points. Then we get to the question of my thoughts. Japan are sitting on 79.28. Obviously for Japan, they've shot up quite a bit after their amazing Rugby World Cup campaign, where they really got quite far, and deservedly so. And that's why I plead that these tier 2 teams like Japan and all these guys get included, get pushed up, get an opportunity to play more solid international rugby, because a team like Japan really can cause a threat, and I think they deserve to be in more international games. We look at Scotland at number 9, they're on 78.58 points, and then Argentina still sitting at number 10, which they've been up for quite some time, on 78.31. Obviously, after their World Cup not being the greatest, they sit at number 10. Possessions, movements, we've seen Portugal go from 22 to 20. Ireland obviously changed 5 to 4. Georgia went from 13 to 12. Canada went from 23 to 22. Namibia went from 24 to 23. And the biggest fallers of the international quest in the past 2 weeks, we've seen Russia go from 20 to 25. We've seen Wales obviously 4 to 5, and we've seen Italy continue to drop down the rankings. If you think of it, Italy should be in the top 10, but they're not. So it just goes to the question of where should they be in the World Rugby at the moment. That's going to do it for the rankings. We're seeing the only change really in the top 10. Wales going down to 5th and Ireland going to 4th after their clash in the Six Nations. And we see South Africa solidly at the top, followed by New Zealand. It's going to be interesting international year. The autumn internationals have been released. We're going to see some cracking rugby this year, and I can't wait to cover it all. So hit that subscribe button. Join me on this channel. There is a lot more to come. That's going to do it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash the thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you real soon for another one. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.